Mrs Inglis and welcome to the Artful Crew. Today we are going to create an abstract collage just like this one. Now this one is all about me, so come along with me, grab your materials and let's get creating. We need for our collage today, we need some paper for the background. You can use white or I'm using some craft card. You need some coloured cardboard, 3 different types. I'm using black, teal and orange. You'll need a glue stick and some scissors to cut out your shapes. You'll also need some coloured pencils, paint, crayons or markers or something that you could use to create your line or pattern work after you've stuck everything down. Today when creating your collage, I want you to think about balance. Balance in artwork means that there equal distribution of visual elements in the composition. Now that means we can arrange our shape and line and colour so that the artwork doesn't be heavy on one side. We can imagine that our artwork has a line down the middle. This is called the axis. Now it doesn't have to be vertical like shown here. It could be horizontal or it could be diagonal. So we want to make sure that the elements are balanced on either side of this line. Now we can have a symmetrical balance, which means the line, shape and colour are identical on both sides like this little picture here. Or it can be asymmetrical, which means the line and shape and colour are not identical but the artwork still feels balanced. In this little artwork you can see that I've used the same type of shapes and lines and colours on both sides even though they're placed in different spots. Alright, let's get creating. For this we're going to need to start off by cutting out our shapes. Now I've got a little sheet here which you can also download called About Me Abstract Collage. So for this activity, you'll have to have a look at the shape that is being displayed and the description that comes along with it. This one says brother, so I will need to cut out one triangle because I have one brother. If you have more brothers, then you can cut out more triangles depending on how many you have. Now, if you don't have any brothers or you don't have anything that matches the description, you can leave that shape out. Same for sisters. Now I have 2 sisters, so I'm going to cut out 2 rectangles. It doesn't have to be the same size triangle. They could be thinner or longer or wider. Once again, cut them out and place them around your artwork. Try and think about balance as well as you're placing them. But also remember that we've got other colours and shapes to cut out so we can create more balance that way too. How many pets do you have? So I'm going to cut out some teal circles depending on my pets. I've got 3 little chickens, so I'm going to cut out 3 circles. You can see that I am freehand cutting out my shapes. I'm not drawing them first. You can have a try at this, but if you feel more confident drawing the shapes first and then cutting out, you're more than welcome to do that. You can see that I'm about to put this circle underneath one of the shapes I've already stuck down just to make it look a little bit more interesting. You can always do that too. Once again, thinking about balance, but remembering we've still got more shapes to cut out. Our next shape is a teardrop if you play a sport. Now I don't play a sport, so I'm going to leave that. Now we're going to use our last colour, which in mine is orange. I'm going to cut out some organic looking shapes. So it doesn't need to look the exact same as mine. Just do lots of curvy lines around your shapes. And this one's for visits to the playground in a week. So it doesn't have to be a playground. It might be a park that you visit or go for a walk in nature. How many times do you do that a week? I do that a lot with my 2 little boys because they like to get out and about to the playground and going for walks. So we do it almost every day. So I'm cutting out 6 of these organic looking shapes and you can see that they're all different sizes. Some are long, some are small. Now we are up to our last shape, which is like a zigzag looking shape for how much fruit you eat in a day. Now I usually eat about 2 pieces of fruit a day, so I'm cutting out 2. Now this is our last one, so you want to make sure that you're placing it somewhere that makes the artwork feel balanced. Now you can see that my composition is more asymmetrical. It's not the same on both sides. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you still want that feeling that one side's not too heavy. To finish off our artwork, we're going to create some lines and patterns around the shapes that we've stuck down. I'm using 3 colours. I'm using a teal, an orange and a black to match the colours of my shapes, and just going around, doing lines, going around. Sometimes I'm doing zigzags and dots, but once again, our important thing is to try and make sure that it feels balanced. Now you don't need to use paints like I have. You could just use pencils or markers or crayons, and you could maybe just use one colour. It could be maybe something that's very contrasting. So have a think about what you would like to create. Thanks everyone for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed creating your abstract art all about you. I'd love to see what you're created, so don't forget to share. See you next time.